Hello and welcome back to First Thoughts Podcast, and welcome to Seeing Our Beautiful Faces.
Hey.
We're back.
Well, that was a movie.
We're giving our first thoughts. I'm Simon, that's Justin. We're giving our first thoughts on Supergirl, the 2026 version, which was not written and directed by James Gunn, as many people assumed, including myself. It was directed and written by two separate people. It was directed by a guy named Craig Gillespie, and if that name rings a bell, you may know him from movies like Dumb Money and Cruella. He did direct I, Tonya. That seems to be the outlier. And then it was written by Ana Nogueira, who you may know from films like and also
Supergirl.
This is the first fucking movie she's ever written. They just gave $175 million with a writer that's never written a movie before. Are you fact-checking me right now?
I'm just wondering, what has she done?
She's an actress.
Oh, okay.
And not a great one.
I thought it was going to be like she wrote for TV or something.
No! She's never written a thing before except for some short.
Oh. Wow. Wow.
We win. 8 years ago. It's got a stellar 6.8 on IMDb.
Wow. Okay then, that's a choice.
I remember James Gunn being like, we're not going to make this movie until we get the script right. Apparently getting the script right meant hiring some woman who's never done this shit before. And it kind of showed, frankly, if we're being honest. I just reminded myself of Rachel Ziegler. What's the thing like? Weird. So this movie obviously is from the DCU. Right. It's a loose continuation of the Superman film. It's not really following Superman, but we see Supergirl at the end of that, and now we're following her as she goes to do her thing. Oh yeah, it's starring Millie Alcock. That's her name?
Yeah, Alcock.
Millie Alcock.
If you know her from House of the Dragon.
You know it's a weird movie when David Cornsweet is the second billed person on IMDb, and he's a cameo. Eve Ridley plays the second most notable character, I would assume.
Oh, you know what it might have been? I saw at the end credits, Dave Cornsweet is second in order of appearance. So I don't know if that's how they started listening.
Is he at the beginning of this movie?
Yeah.
I don't even remember the beginning of this movie, I'm not gonna lie. And then Matthias Schoenaerts plays the villain Krem. I've apparently seen him before. He was in Amsterdam. Wasn't that a great movie? Oh, he was in The Drop. Was he anybody important in The Drop? He was. He was Eric Deeds. Have you seen The Drop?
Nope.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you any questions then. But, yeah, if you're curious about this villain, he's... The best way I can describe the villain of this movie is like the sidekick of Immortan Joe from Fury Road. Like, he is very clearly a side character, like a second-in-command villain from Mad Max.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Given his own vehicle. And it's not enough of a villain. Like, I needed a bigger villain. Like, we'll get more into it, spoilers, but there's just very clearly this villain is a second fiddle to a bigger baddie that just never appears, which is unfortunate. And this plot is just very half-assed. This whole movie is kind of half-assed, in my opinion. Justin, what did you think of this film we just saw?
Listen, I've been a superhero fan all my life. Been a superhero movie fan for as long as I've been watching movies. It's been many years since I've truly been excited for superhero films. I still see them all. I try not to have any hope. But sometimes, an actor I like gets a role, and I really want them to do well. I really want the movie to do well for their career.
Sure.
And stuff.
I did too. I loved an actor, and I thought that the actor in this film carried the scenes that they were in. So you should be happy, because David Krumholtz was by far the best thing about this movie. Good old fucking Bernard. old Bernard from the Santa Claus, our old friend. You know Bernard.
Sure.
Fuck it, right there. Or Google Bernard Santa Claus. Do you not know who this guy is?
I've probably seen him.
You've seen him so many times. You've seen him times this year. Look at that, Oppenheimer.
I'm just supposed to recognize his Santa Claus role.
Yes, Bernard, the tall elf. Bernard.
Cool.
Justin, what the fuck is wrong with you? Cancel him. Get him. How do you not know who Bernard is?
I can't tell you.
Everybody knows who Bernard is. And there he is now.
I couldn't tell you the last time I've seen this movie.
I don't care. Everybody knows who Bernard is.
All right.
Anyway, he was Supergirl's dad in this, in a flashback or two.
Ah, okay.
And I'm getting ahead of myself, but that was the one scene that tricked me into thinking maybe this movie's not so bad. And then that scene was over, and but anyway, back to your take on this shit.
Yes.
This movie, maybe it's good.
As I was saying, I, like many of you out there...
You like them?
I, like many of you out there...
I don't like anything.
I, like many of you out there, was introduced to Millie Alcock as Rhaenyra in House of the Dragon, and I really wanted this to be a good movie, because I liked her and really wanted her to, have a good career as Supergirl. We didn't quite get that. Not
I don't
really.
think this is gonna ruin her career.
No, it's not gonna ruin her career. It's just when they get that big blockbuster movie that you could turn into like a trilogy of movies. You always hope that it goes well for them, so that they actually feel like continuing in it and not just turning them into a side character in some other people's movies.
She's 100% a side character moving forward.
Yeah, and that sucks. That really does, because I liked her, but this. Well, I didn't love Supergirl in this. I like Millie Alcock, and she does fine in what they make her do.
It's not a bad character because of her by any means. No. She's not the problem with the movie. The problem with the movie is the writing.
Yep. The other characters.
Yeah, I think it's just the writing, now that I think about it. The directing isn't terrible. It's very milquetoast. It's unmemorable. I spent most of this movie thinking it's just a 5 unmemorable. Here we go. Here's another superhero movie, yada, yada, yada. Which would be funny, because if it was a 5, it'd be better than Superman, because I gave Superman a 4. And so I was like, hey, at least it's better than Superman. I'm not mad at this. And then we had that flashback with her parents, and I went, I really like Bernard in this movie. He's really carrying this scene. He's making me a little emotional. I like this a lot. Maybe this is a soft 6. And then after that, the movie just got progressively worse and worse until I think this movie's a 3.
Dang.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't really have this roller coaster of score emotion on this movie that you did.
It wasn't a roller coaster. It was just the beginning of a roller coaster. It went up and then it went down. Okay, that was it.
Okay. Then
you seen SpongeBob? Whoa! That was this. That's all it was.
I had a smaller mini roller coaster than you then. I also remained at a 5 for almost the entirety of this movie.
Mm.
Now, I did enjoy the flashback scene, but it didn't really sway me one way or the other.
Just shut you up. That was like the only scene we weren't like talking at least a little bit in this movie.
I had to figure out what was going on. I couldn't remember Supergirl's exact backstory that they were going to go with in this one.
I love how like this movie's clearly written by somebody other than James Gunn, who was forced to take James Gunn plot lines and address them. And so like don't ask me his name. I don't know. But Bernard is like my brother, or no, it's his wife, is like, maybe your brother who took that child to conquer the universe was right. I'm like, Jesus, did we have to say it like that? Why did we say it like that?
We're sending you out there not to be a god. But yeah, I was at a 5. The flashback still had me about a 5, but I enjoyed that. Parts of Lobo and some of the ending action had me at like a 5.5 for a little bit.
Really?
A little bit.
I literally liked one thing Lobo did the entire movie. He had one joke that made me laugh. That was it.
He made me chuckle occasionally. And
he reminded me of Jim Carrey. I was like, Jason Momoa as your second stint in the DC, by the way, the DC universe. It was DCU, now it's DCU.
Yeah.
Who supposedly wanted to play this character his whole career, or whatever bullshit actors say to get roles. You played this character weird. It's just gonna be stuck now.
You say that about 6 more times in this review.
They fly now. They fly now. You need to watch. We did a drunk review earlier this year of The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
But we just used that phrase the entire review for different things. Like, the stormtroopers come out with flamethrowers, like, they flame now! They flame now! Just the entire review. But no, Lobo?
He had his moments, but to me he came across as like a G-rated Lobo.
Right! I wasn't thinking G-rated, I was thinking SNL. But I get it. Yeah.
I don't know what's below G. Is there a below G?
No.
Yeah.
Just G. But it's like, yeah, Kitty, Saturday Morning
Yeah,
Lobo.
very much.
Yeah.
Saturday,
It's like when you see...
No,
like,
that's not true. Saturday morning cartoon Lobo had more edge to him.
That's
Much
true.
more edge.
That's true. Yeah. Also, less Aquaman. I there was some Aquaman leftovers in there.
That's that's a little unfortunate. I feel like they were pretty happy when they saw that. They're like, I don't mind
Just
the people.
do that again. Also, speaking of stealing shit from, I guess that's not DC. They stole from Marvel in this.
I mean, that's you do that.
Yeah, but this specifically, there was a character that somebody called Squidward. And this time he actually did look like Squidward. In the MCU, it didn't look anything like Squidward. It didn't make sense when they made that joke. So whoever wrote this movie was like, I'm going to tell the joke again, damn it. And this time they actually will look like Squidward.
Well, listen. This is just another entry in the long history of IP theft between the two companies. Okay.
Yes.
This is just the next strike.
I was a DC kid. Like, I was a truther. Like, DC came up with all, like, the best heroes, and then Marvel stole all of them, which was true back in the day. DC hasn't done anything good in so long, it's depressing. It's really depressing. Especially if you exclude Batman. DC is, like... I mean, as a DC fan, DC above Marvel all day, every day for me, for nostalgia's sake, DC sucks. Like, when's the last time they did something worth doing? Video games?
Outside.
But once again, that's Batman.
Yeah. They're afraid to try with the other ones, and it's just harder with them. I get it.
Because Superman's boring as shit.
And like, the video game is just going to be you just smashing shit, which you can't do because you're Superman.
Yeah. It's just having great power and then not being able to use it.
That's the real issue with all the rest of them. But they're not going to try, like, Green Arrow for some reason or something.
Yeah, Arrow is probably the best thing DC's done outside of Batman in a while. And you know why? They tried to make him Batman.
Yeah. No, a couple of those CW shows had a few good seasons. And I found...
oh, there we go. The best thing DC's done in the past 25 years? Teen Titans.
Yeah, okay, if we're going 25 years, yeah, there's a couple of cartoons, probably some animated films and such.
But they all have Batman in them.
Most. or have a Batman or a Bat family in them.
Yeah, I'm not counting Robin from Teen Titans as a Batman thing, and I know Batman showed up in like one episode. Teen Titans is good regardless of Robin's involvement in that.
Oh, Young Justice was great too. For at least the first 2 seasons.
Didn't watch it, actually.
Oh, those first 2 seasons were phenomenal. Then they brought the show back, and it wasn't the same, but it had its moments at times.
But all that to say, like, I came into this movie knowing it's going to be a punching bag movie. People are going to just hate this movie, right? Like, people are going to make fun of it. People are going to, nitpick it to death.
Sure.
And, like, I was like, it's probably just going to be unmemorable and boring. But it really was really stupid. Like, it was. And it's like, I hate to be the guy to say it, and I know there's a million, but, like, it's just stupid, like, how it has to be so focused on being, it's a woman superhero. Like, just be a girl and shut up about it. It would be 10 times better if you just shut up. And got in the kitchen. Make me a sandwich. No. But, like, Isn't it crazy how once it's a female superhero, 90% of important characters are also women for some reason? Like, there's just so many women in this movie for some reason.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
And I was like, but why? And then it's like, well, why is he Superman, but you're Supergirl? Should it be Super...
I knew someone would bring that up.
That's so stupid. There is a Superwoman, by the way. That's a different character, okay? We saw her in The Flash a couple years ago. Unmemorable, but, you know, every super fill in the blank is. I don't know. It's just... Characters don't make sense. Plot doesn't make sense. Continuity be damned. Motivation be damned. Moral dilemmas be damned. Like, everything about this just got progressively dumber as it went. And I just... I can't defend it. It was dumb. It was a really dumb, poorly made movie. And I thought the action was dog shit. You thought it was interesting?
I thought there was one moment towards the end.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we'll get there. But we'll get there too. No, actually, that's not a spoiler. I just think a lot of... It's the curse of... I mean, it's the exact same thing with the video games. It's the curse of having so much power.
OP.
It's just hard to translate into...
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but there was one moment where I thought they kicked it up a notch there, and they, you know, she has some villains that she can actually go kind of all out on.
The thing, though, is that it's hard, but it's not impossible. You just gotta be creative.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, I agree,
what,
but no
like,
one's creative.
Because, like, the Hulk is a hard guy to make entertaining for the same reason. You know what they did in Ang Lee's Hulk? They made him fight tanks. And he tore off the barrel of a tank and used it as a fucking hammer. And that was fucking badass.
Right, and that's great when you have fodder. But they don't have fodder much for this.
Yeah, but guess what? It's fiction. You can make it up.
No, I agree, but...
Add the fodder. There can be fodder. Just make it.
It also does help that Hulk is so much slower.
No, he's super fast too.
Compared to Superman and the Kryptonian action, they're always flying around at high speeds, swooping in like Mach 2.
When the animators get bored and they're just like, lines.
No, because comparing the scene that I'm going to talk about later at the end to the one earlier where we didn't get to see anything, oh my gosh, I hated that.
Yeah,
but
bad.
My roller coaster was from a 5 to about a 5.5 to back down to a 5 by the end. I never really hated it, but I'm never really gonna... Well, no, I will think about this when, I guess, Supergirl 2 happens. I always hope for a second film. I don't know that
the second one's gonna happen.
I don't know that one's justified, but I always hope for a second film because there's so much shit in superhero first films that you have to do. You gotta do the little intro. You've gotta tell the backstory. You have to
make the main character not the main character, pretty much.
Yeah, because they have to build to the main character.
We have to surf Joker it for some reason. You know what that first means?
Surf Joker?
It's
wait.
The Reddit thing. Where it's just like...
The Joker surfing episode?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but no. They were like, there's this whole thing on Reddit that's then got to Twitter and everywhere else. Maybe Surf Joker wasn't the original one, but I think it's what they were saying. Like, this is great. They were talking about that episode. Like, this is great. Surf Joker is such a great character. He's so fun. But it's like, if a TV show got put out now called Surf Joker, he wouldn't surf until the last episode. And that is how they make this stupid shit anymore. Where it's like, oh, well, she can't wear the suit until the last scene.
Yeah, and... I've had that work. I mean, that was the first season of Daredevil, the Marvel version, and he doesn't get the suits of the...
I don't know what started it. Was it Gotham that started that?
I think Daredevil was before Gotham.
Was it?
Like 2013. But I mean...
Is Daredevil that old? Wow.
But I mean, also Gotham, I don't know... I mean, like, he was a kid in most of Gotham.
Yeah.
So, like, I forgive that. Like, at least Daredevil, he's of the age... Like, he is Daredevil in all but, like, actual suit. But by the end of the season, he is, and he doesn't. It's still like a month. He hasn't like aged.
Gotham had a reason to do the shit they did too. It was essentially like the Venom movies, where they didn't have the rights to everything. They just had some rights.
Oh, okay.
So like the Joker isn't the Joker. He's just Joker-like. Like he couldn't wear a purple suit with green hair. He had to have teal hair and like a weird purplish blue suit that in certain colors looked purple and his hair looked green.
Yeah.
And by the end, Bruce Wayne is dressed up, but he's not technically Batman because he doesn't have the ears.
Yeah.
Like, so Gotham had a reason to do it. But, like, a lot of these shows don't. They're just like, well, he needs to get there. Fuck you.
Okay, so Gotham did start 1 year beforehand, but Daredevil.
I think they started the trend.
But that's the thing, like, I never, like, considered that a part of it because he was a kid. And I didn't know if by the end of the series he was going to grow up to the adults Batman. But, like, with Daredevil, I did expect that. And and that all happened in the first season, which was the very next year.
Yeah.
No, I understand Gotham, like, had that intention when they started.
Whoever's fault it is, it's a stupid trend that needs to die, and I thought it was dead.
I don't think it's never going to die. Because it's the perfect formula for the first movie, even though it's boring as shit. No, it's the safest, perfect formula.
The perfect formula was started by fucking Sam Raimi when he made Spider-Man make a fake suit for one scene and then get the real suit inexplicably the next scene. That is all you have to do. You just start out like, oh, I'm Spider-Man 20 minutes into the movie, and then you go, oh, this suit sucks. Whoosh, here's a perfectly made one that I somehow got, and I'm gonna put that on because I drew it in a book and now I have it.
Okay. Getting the suit at the end versus getting the suit in the middle, that shit doesn't matter. It's the perfect formula. But, like, the whole, them having to grow into the superhero and having to do the whole intro.
Batman Begins did it too. He was like a ninja, and then he was Batman. But that's the formula. That's the formula.
It's better, but it's pretty.
10 times
It's
better.
still similar. It's still very similar. Just because they get the suit a little later, it doesn't really change it for me.
Oh, it changes so much because he's still the superhero for half the movie. Instead of one scene at the very end where he puts it on like, nah, that's what I'm talking about. Cut the credits. And then you're like, well, I hope there's a sequel because I would love to see a Batman movie. Unfortunately, I didn't see a Batman movie. I saw a guy wearing a ski mask movie.
No, you know what? instead of the at the end of the Marvel films, Spider-Man will return. Next film, Spider-Man will finally show up.
Batman will appear in the future at some point.
But that's why I'm always hoping for a second film, because they cut a lot of that shit out and we get to focus a bit more on character, a bit more on some villains who potentially
burned
be more
me on
interesting.
that hope though was Deadpool, because the whole first movie I was like, that was a fine intro to Deadpool.
Yeah.
But, like, we need more. Like, I've said it from the beginning, and we actually brought this up in Deadpool 3, because Deadpool 3, or Deadpool and Wolverine, was the first time I was like, that's what I kind of wanted. I said this from the beginning because as a precursor to the Deadpool movie, we had the Deadpool video game to test the waters to see how people would react.
Yeah.
And, like, in that, he's walking into rooms that haven't been drawn yet, the graphics haven't been finished yet. He's like, oops, and then he's like grabbing like things from off camera and using them. Like I said, a boom mic from the beginning was a weapon he should have used, and it took them until Deadpool 3 for him to grab a boom mic. I'm like, how? Like, it's Deadpool, that should be scene 1, and it took them 3 movies. And I had given up on it because I was like, well, okay, they didn't do it because they're testing the waters, but Deadpool 2, and then Deadpool 2 sucked, and I was like, oh, okay, oh well, and then Deadpool 3 finally was like, oh god, it took putting in Hugh Jackman to get a good movie. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, no, like,
should we talk about this movie?
we'll get there in a second. But yeah, it's not a perfect formula. Thor 2 happened. We all like to forget. We like to forget about that.
Wait,
Iron Man 2, Thor 2 happened.
Oh, Thor 2, yeah.
Yeah, Iron Man 2 happened.
But didn't Thor get his suit like pretty quick?
Oh no, they almost all got their
MCU's been
shit
pretty good about that.
I'm just talking about like.
But see,
second
Iron Man
movies.
followed the Raimi formula. He wore the jumpsuit that he made in a cave.
Listen, I wasn't talking about the suits. I'm not so hard up on the suits like you. On the suit timing. No, not at the moment. But I'm talking about the hope for the sequel and then the sequel being bad. Iron Man 2, Thor 2. We've been there.
But you
that's
didn't
why I
need
still
to
have the
hope
hope.
anything with Iron Man. Iron Man was fucking great.
No. I'm saying, okay. But I always hope the second one could be better. Because now they don't have to do the intro stuff and they can go on to other things.
I
and
enjoy
maybe
good.
more.
I
I like
good
the intro
origin
when it's
story.
good.
Yeah.
But like, I always hope the second one could be better, that we don't have to do the intro anymore.
That's so rare, though.
And I can't hope.
No.
What?
Kill that part of you, Justin. Kill that.
I kill all the other hopeful parts of me. I can't have one thing.
I saw a tweet that it said actually it was a t-shirt. It was a tweet of a t-shirt of an old man in a casino that said, "I'm not addicted to gambling, I'm addicted to hope."
There we go.
That's you. You're gonna keep losing, but you're gonna keep betting.
Yeah, why not?
You're gonna lose your house, your wife, your kids.
Listen, every once in a while, I'll get it. And
It'll convince you you're right.
Yeah. Keep me going for a while. That's the gambler way. I definitely enjoyed Superman more than this. It wasn't a huge margin, I don't believe. I think I gave Superman like a 6,
I'm
but
giving this a worse rating than Superman, but Superman definitely offended me more because, like,
you wouldn't care anymore.
I cared more, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about Supergirl. And I give a tiny shit about Superman. Superman, because, like, I can like Superman, but it has to be done right. Like,
it's so rare I like Superman without some other Justice League members.
yeah. Yeah, Superman's best when Batman is also there.
I know.
Like the animated crossovers.
Oh,
like
they were so good.
The Batman and Superman, not Batman versus Superman, Batman
Yeah.
and Superman, the motion picture.
Oh, they were so good.
And they like swap villains, the Joker versus
Yep.
Superman, Lex Luthor versus Batman. Great movie. That is better than 90% of the live action DC movies.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even dispute that. The animated stuff has always been my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
It will forever be my favorite. There's just no topping it, and I wish they would just push all their focus on it, but they never will. They still make the movies.
There's not
it's
as much
just
money in it.
I get that, but god damn it.
Yeah.
It's so much better.
Yeah, it is. That's somewhere that they legitimately have Marvel beat. Their animated movies are way better than Marvel's animated movies. Nobody talks about Marvel's animated movies.
I don't know any of them, really.
Yeah. The shows even. Like, I mean, every once in a while you have people go like, "Oh, that Spider-Man TV show was good." And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it was fine. The Spider-Man video game was good.
Yeah.
Outside of live action, the only success Marvel ever really has is with Spider-Man.
And that's because for all his goddamn crazy superpowers, they're still fairly grounded.
They're fun powers to interact with, too. What can you do with flying but swinging?
Yeah.
Same thing with Batman. Batman swings around. It's great.
Yeah. I can fucking do tricks in the air.
Batman and Spider-Man, they're both swingers. Ayo.
The strength isn't crazy, because even though he can pick up a car, he just kind of throws it down the street. So
Did you ever play that,
doesn't throw it 57 miles.
like, Spider-Man 2000 or whatever it was called?
The PS1 game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He picks up the safe. I have to put this in a safe place. Or no, it's the bomb, and he's got to throw it in the safe. Great. That was a great game.
I had.
That is still one of my favorite video games of all time. I love that game.
I also extremely love that game, and I gotta probably emulate it sometime, because my
You can
version.
just play it on PC. Well, I guess you're not a PC gamer.
No, I kind of am.
Oh, well then you can play it on PC.
Who has it?
I mean, the original game was made for PC.
Oh.
That's how I played it growing up.
Oh.
Yeah,
I put it on PS1.
most people did.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize it was made for PC.
I was a PC gamer. I didn't have a console until the fucking Wii.
See, I had a PC, but like I only played like. I think I had a Land Before Times game and like some like Carmen San Diego.
Hey, we had that too.
Yeah.
Those were the Mac games we had though. We would play like learning games on the Mac and then fun games on the PC.
Yeah, we didn't have a Mac. Never had a Mac.
Anyway, so
But as I was saying,
Supergirl.
before we get back, I had the fucking PS1 Spider-Man game,
Yeah.
and I loved it. But my version was broken. And so it would play all the way to the final mission where you'd enter the sewer to go face Venom or whatever.
That's not the final level at all.
Okay, then maybe we're talking two different Spider-Man games. But I played a PS1 Spider-Man game where I'm pretty sure it ended with you in a graphic where you entered a sewer to fight Venom. I don't actually know if you fought him in the sewer, because mine would always freeze during that final cinematic right before you faced Venom as the final villain. He was definitely the final villain.
Carnage was the final villain.
Okay, I had Venom as the final villain, and Black Cat was there.
Yeah, Black Cat, but it's Carnage.
Was it Carnage?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember it being Carnage. But also,
You
I never
fight
got to...
Venom, but then Venom joins you.
Oh, okay. So then I only make it to the Venom cinematic there.
So you had the version that you got in the cereal box, because I had that too, and then we had to buy the full game.
You're talking about I played multiple missions in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just one.
Mm-hmm.
It was a cereal box?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna have to look this up later, okay? I'm not gonna hold this up any longer. I'll have to look this up.
Because we got the demo version in a cereal box, which takes you until you're chasing down Venom, and then it stops. And that's not near the end of the game. That's like the first third of the game.
What?
If that. There's a lot more. How many levels did you play?
I'm trying to remember.
Like 5?
I thought so, yeah.
Yeah. There's like 20.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Was the demo version?
Yeah.
See, I would have probably found that out if my fucking demo wasn't fucking broken.
Well, no, that's the full version. You don't get to finish the Venom level. That's how it works. That's the demo.
It just plays a bit of the cinematic, freezes, and then just...
I don't know if it froze.
My
but
shit froze.
It may have. I don't remember. We got the...
Like if
it pissed us off so much, we got the full version.
If it had just like said, find out what happens in the game.
It didn't do that, I don't think.
Or just like actually ended and put some credits on the screen, that would have been something.
I don't think it did that either.
But
I
it
think
literally
it
just fucking
stopped.
froze.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it just quit
All right,
itself.
we're going to look this shit up. This is going to kill me now.
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
We don't have to do it now, but...
No, I'm gonna. This is the final fight. Carnage.
Fuck.
Look at that health bar. It's 4 times the size of yours.
That's pretty crazy.
But then you could get all these other suits that would give you extra health. You could get the suit that would make you invincible. Oh, okay. Technically, what I showed you was the second to last level. The very last thing you do is you beat up Carnage. The symbiote falls off of Carnage. And you had previously just beat up Dr. Octopus. The symbiote then attaches to Doc Ock, who you cannot fight. It will not let you fight. If you try to fight him, you insta-die. So you have to run away from him, and this is your POV. You can't see where you're going. You can only see Carnage, Octopus, slowly catching up to you. And you just have to run.
Damn.
That level gave me so much anxiety.
Yeah, looking at the plot synopsis, I definitely only got like a third to halfway through.
Not close to half.
My shit just hard
I think it's
froze.
a fourth. It's not, I don't think it's even a third. It's definitely not half. Maybe a third. Because you need to join with Venom and do shit.
Yeah, I never got, like I tell you, it froze. I never got any further.
Your life has been incomplete. I'm sorry, this podcast completely derailed. But like, I couldn't let that slide. I was like, no. You had an incomplete childhood.
I don't remember that it was like a demo version. I just always thought my game was corrupted.
Well, maybe it was, but it's a very weird place to corrupt. A very coincidental place, because it was exactly where my demo ended.
But like, I would always have to kill my game off. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure my shit just fucking froze.
I don't know. I mean, I had the PC version. And I also don't remember what happened when the demo ended. Did your mom, like, find it in a cereal box, pretend to buy it, and give it to you?
I mean, maybe. I didn't think they were smart enough for that, but maybe.
I have to work tomorrow morning.
Listen, I keep saying I will drop this for us to do a review. And
you say that and then pick your phone back up immediately.
Because we don't start right away.
Oh, I'm sorry. So this movie, do we have anything else we need to say before we get into spoilers?
I don't think so. Probably.
You're giving it a 5?
Yeah, I'm giving it a 5. Totally forgettable villain. Totally forgettable side characters besides, I guess, Lobo, but I mean...
The problem, too, is, like, they're not outright forgettable in their essence. It's that they don't do anything. Like, the villain, like I said, he is a Mad Max villain. He just doesn't have the aura of one, and he doesn't do anything. Like, he's literally doing the Mad Max plot. Like, he is. And he looks like a Mad Max guy. And there's questions about him, like he shows up, he's got this cool mask, he takes off, never see the mask again. He's got a cigarette lighter in his throat. Why? Never get that explained.
Style.
And like he presses it, I'm like, oh, can he only talk when he presses it? Well, he never presses it again, I guess not. I was just waiting like, oh my god, it's just so frustrating because it's like, there's pieces there. But guess what? You gave the script to somebody who's never written the script before. It's not gonna go well.
Yeah, it's a hard one to swallow for a Supergirl film.
Yeah.
There's like nothing else besides that one short.
crazy.
When you said that, I really thought I was going to see,
insane.
like, television credits.
Right. That is an insane choice to make. Like, for a franchise this big,
Yeah.
to do that is insane.
The second movie of your cinematic universe.
Right. Wow. Although I think technically the Suicide Squad crosses over, so
true.
like third. But,
Fine, third. Yeah, because the TV show is still canon. So.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm giving it a 3, and I think the more we talk about it, the lower your rating's gonna go. Because I was at a 5, and I went to myself. My reasoning was because it's not doing anything to annoy me, so why? I don't have an opinion, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, should I pay more attention? And I started just finding reasons to be annoyed left and right. I'm like, yeah, this is going down. So we're going to go over some of those in spoilers. So if you don't want anything spoiled, you should click away, go watch it if you really want to. Come back and we can talk about it then. But don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe, and follow us on TikTok because we post there. Sometimes. Thanks, guys. Bye. So, spoilers. One of my biggest pet peeves with this movie is that Supergirl supposedly has an arc, but she doesn't. She never arcs, but then she ends the movie supposedly having learned a lesson. What lesson did she learn?
Killing is okay as long as she does it.
As long as she does it,
Yeah.
right. Which takes me to my other biggest pet peeve, which we'll get to in a second. I don't want to spoil that yet, but like the character of Kara in this, Supergirl, her character is she's depressed and a loner because the only person left from her planet other than her moron cousin is the dog.
Right.
And so she's like, I'm just going to hang out with my dog and get wasted because I remember the people from my planet. I remember the people that died. That idiot doesn't remember anything, so of course he's happy-go-lucky. He doesn't have anything to worry about. I have real depth here as a character. And then she gets roped into this situation where she doesn't want to help this girl whose parents were killed by this bad guy, this Mad Max villain wannabe. But then the bad guy poisons Crypto, and so she has to go get the antidote, and so she's going the same way as his character, and so they end up teaming up, sort of. But anyway, she ends up beating up a bunch of people, almost dying, not dying, being the bad guy, and then trying to preach to this girl a lesson that her dad taught her when she was young, and then she goes like, I'm glad I met you. You know what? I am gonna go home, and home being, Metropolis for whatever reason, I am gonna go and be a superhero. Why? What did you learn from this? What did you gain from this situation happening, other than your dog almost died? And you almost died.
But family and home.
From what? Why did she get that character development? Nothing happened.
Well, you see, the kid rejected her vengeance, and
Nothing happened to her to develop her character.
Well, it happened to the kid, so that was inspiring. I
The
guess.
only thing that kind of happened was her little child friend accidentally half-ass quoted her father, or her mother, sorry, who said, just be good. And she's decided that just being good, like, you don't have to be nice. You don't have to be kind. You just have to be good. And she's decided killing bad guys is what makes you good.
Yeah.
So I want to go home and kill bad guys, I guess?
Honestly, that'd make for a more interesting
But they don't,
too.
like, there is zero plot-backed character development. She just decides by the end of the film that I've developed as a character.
Yep.
There's never given any goddamn reason why. It's just, the plot calls for it now because it's the end of the movie and something needs to happen, so I developed.
Listen, the one girl changed.
Not really.
She lost her desire for revenge.
Barely.
That's changes.
I guess. But that doesn't have anything to do with Kara.
It's inspiring.
No, it's not.
Supposedly.
And then I love how Lobo also has to watch the death blow. Like, this guy is barely in the plot, but then he rides back, just go, Yeah. Get him. Like, what was that?
That bastard.
At one point, he calls her Dits, and I thought he called her Tits. It's like, see you later, Dits. I was like, whoa! Oh, okay.
They're afraid of having him call her a skizzy femme.
I will say there was one part that did make me go, whoa, a little bit, so there's this child sex slave that they're trying to save, and her parents. And the bad guy kills all three of them. And I was like, wow, okay, good for you, plot. You actually did that. I know.
You know what was funny? When she flew down there?
Thought she was gonna spin around the world and bring him back.
I swear to God, I thought it was some sort of like pop-out technology here. Put you in a... Fucking, we just watched Star Wars recently. Put you in a back to tank or some shit.
Yeah, Baby Yoda comes out, builds a tunnel, pushes them in. Give it about a week.
Because, like, okay, when the parents died, I'm like, oh, wow, that's kind of sad. That's really stupid of them. They died.
Yeah.
Time for Supergirl or somebody to come in and save the girl. And then the girl died. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was my reaction. You probably heard me. I audibly went, oh, when it happened, because I was like, props for actually committing to that. Like, good for you. That was my second favorite part of this movie.
You know what? Didn't Superman have a death in it that we both were like, wow, I didn't actually think you were going to kill that guy.
Oh, no, we did, because they telegraphed it beforehand. He said, oh, it's fine, you can kill me, I don't have a wife or kids. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they did. I just didn't actually think they'd go through with it.
Yeah. He's like, no, it's fine, you can kill me, I'm worthless. And you're like, oh.
No, I do remember that now.
Oh. That's an interesting tactic, sir. But okay, as long as you're happy that you're dead, good. But no, okay. So let's get to the other big monolith of stupidity in this film, is that yes, this girl, her entire family dies by the hands of this guy.
Yep.
Because her brother tries to pull a prank on her, which could have been, that's something on paper that I'm like, that's not a bad idea, but they just portrayed it so horribly that I'm like, stupid, just didn't look good, wasn't smart, was just dumb. But anyway, so her entire family dies, and she goes on, a path of revenge, and then Kara goes like, you can't kill for revenge because I've heard in a bunch of other movies that you can't do that, so I'm just gonna parrot that right now and say you can't do that because you'll regret it. And then she's like, well, don't you kill bad guys? That's different. I kill bad guys for fun because of justice. Isn't killing somebody who killed your parents justice? Nope. I kill for justice. You kill for revenge. What's the difference? Shut up. Don't ask questions. It's irrelevant. And so she spends the whole movie literally, like, Supergirl is the reason that family we just talked about died. Because she stopped the other girl from killing the bad guy, who then goes, well, I guess I'm not dead, so I'm gonna kill these people.
Yep.
Like, she is directly responsible for their deaths.
Yep.
And then she's like, but it's worth it because you didn't kill somebody.
Yep.
And then she spends the rest of the movie killing people. And, like, you can be like, oh, it's superhero logic. Lasering them out of things hundreds of feet in the air maybe doesn't kill them. But then she takes a sword to that bad guy and fucking kills him, so you can't get around it.
See, that was the thing. I will say, while I understand that what the Kryptonians do to people should absolutely kill them, these guys have been shown to be tough enough.
Everybody is, because the way that they save people is by breaking every bone in their body, by flying past and grabbing them. So people are just resilient.
Yeah.
But no, she straight up murders people in this.
But, like, the rest of the grunts and such, before the story was happening, I just assumed that they were all alive. It very much seemed like they were all meant to be alive.
I think some of them
they're
died.
Tough enough.
I think a couple did.
It didn't feel like Batman and Batman v Superman.
No, but it felt like there was a couple of people that I was like, there's no way. They are dead.
Yeah. Because, like, it didn't feel like, to me, that Supergirl was a killer beforehand. Yeah. But that gives the movie two options. She either was a killer the whole time, and she was so incompetent because of this child that she refused to kill the villain early and allowing all the rest of the movie to happen.
Right.
Or this movie taught her that killing is fine as long as she's a damaged person does it.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Because I'm already fucked up in the head, so it doesn't do anything to me. But you know what's really the worst part of this whole thing? That I, like, everybody can make fun of that. But the part that I made the connection to that I'm like, I don't think most people are going to say this, is so Supergirl says to this girl,
Yep.
you can't kill him for all the reasons we mentioned. Your family is with you still.
Mm-hmm.
That had me thinking, who was her family? They were a family of sword makers.
Yeah.
You know what swords are for? Killing people.
Listen,
and then what does she do at the end of this film? She says, I think I'll start making swords.
Like the one that was just used to kill that guy.
Right. So this whole time, we've saved her from killing people so that she could, for a career, kill people.
Listen.
So I think what she was saying is, you don't kill people for free. That is the moral of the story, because Supergirl killed that guy to get the antidote, and she says, kill as many people as you want, but only if they pay you. That's exactly what Lobo said.
Just not revenge.
Lobo was right the whole time. He said,
Yeah.
I don't kill for sport, I don't kill for revenge, I kill for payment. And they all heard that. I know Kara wasn't there, but she got the super hearing, and she went, you're right. That is why you kill. Is for money, just like the United States. That's why we do it. That's why any good guy does it. Isn't for sport, because that makes you evil and sadistic. It's not for revenge, because then you have nothing to do with your life after that. Literally, that's all they can ever say is like, well, then you'll be empty after you do it, and then what?
It'll haunt you.
Oh no. And then you'll just keep killing, and then you'll like it. And then you'll start doing it for sport. And that we already established isn't good. But, so, like, literally, it's about how much you get paid.
Yeah, kind of.
That's what this movie is about. That is the moral of the story. And that is why Supergirl decided, I do need to go home, because there's a lot of people in Metropolis that would pay a lot of money to see some bitch die.
It'd be hilarious. She just starts dropping people off roofs in Metropolis.
Yeah, like, pay up and gun. Oh, this movie's really stupid, Justin. It's really stupid. I said it to you during the movie, but something else that caught my eye was, so, Supergirl and, what's her name, go to this, like, cantina from Star Wars to meet Chewbacca and Han Solo, but they're not there. So there's just the rough and tough guys. When they sit down, the table's dirty. And so quickly the server comes by and says, sorry, we're a little bit behind, and grabs the stuff and leaves. Then later they go over to the bar and they're talking to the bartender. And then the server comes up and says something. And she goes, I didn't know you could talk in the common tongue. Bitch, you just heard him say something 5 minutes ago. Were you not paying attention? Were you not listening?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit, all right?
He said, I'm sorry. We're a little bit behind.
She just assumed...
And it was like, oh, that just must be the one thing he can say in English.
That's all. Yeah, that's
you know, you got one... Like, I know how to say buenos dias. I also know how to say, sorry, we're just running a little bit behind right now. In Spanish, too. I just don't like showing off, so I don't say it.
Listen, you learn the important phrases.
Right.
Not how to speak the language.
Right.
I was glad that this movie
Ended? Me too.
stayed away from the red sun as much as it did. I was really worried from like the first quarter of the film that this movie was going to be mostly red sun.
The red sun! So in case you don't know lore, which all of you probably should and do.
At this point, I feel like
yellow
you should.
sun gives power. Different colored suns have different reactions.
Yeah.
Green is like kryptonite because apparently just the color green is what kills you. I didn't know that, honestly. I knew about pink kryptonite. Still haven't seen that in film adaptations yet, and I'm bummed about that. We need pink kryptonite. Do you know what pink kryptonite does?
If you give me enough guesses, I could probably get it.
It makes you gay.
Oh, right, it's that one. Okay.
Haven't seen that for some reason yet. Anyway.
It's a coming. It's a coming.
But, so red suns essentially make you like a human on Earth would be.
Yeah.
So she's on a planet that has a red sun.
Yep.
So that she can get drunk, get wasted, get fucked up.
Understandable.
And so when bad guys come around, she doesn't have superpowers. She can still do some crazy things, but she doesn't have superpowers.
She's an experienced fighter. Fighter's instincts.
Mm-hmm.
No superpowers at this point, but a fighter's instincts.
Except for when she goes into outer space to play fetch with her dog.
Mm-mm.
And then later in the movie, they're on a bus, a shuttle, and they're near the yellow sun, but not quite there yet.
Yep.
And so she's like, I can't fight because I don't have the powers. I can't go into outer space. But if I put on a suit, then I'll be able to get over into the sun, and then I'll have powers.
Yep.
And then she gets kicked out before she can put the suit on all the way, so she freezes because she's not in the yellow sun. I'm like, apparently you can just be in outer space sometimes, but not other times, and the sun has no effect on it. The continuity be fucking damned.
Well,
in
you
this
see,
movie.
when she was playing fetch, that was a yellow sun.
No, it wasn't.
Somewhere.
It wasn't.
It was off screen, you know.
Well, so was that one. It was just around the planet.
But that one was, you know, she was in full view with that one. It was just, you know, above or whatever. This
As
one,
above, so below.
this one was just around the planets, and you know, it's
It was
not
like the Death Star coming around to shoot you.
It's not like she's gonna die, you know, before she gets there because of the vacuum of space and being a human at that point in time and all. Whatever. But
Speaking of continuity, so at a certain point, she does something, I forget what, she gets wet during like the last fight. So her hair's wet.
yeah.
I was like, okay. And then she flies around a bit, and then her hair's dry. I'm like, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
Fly
that's right.
around, air goes through, whatever. And then she flies around a little bit more, and then she lands again, and her hair's wet. And I'm like, what happened? How did your hair get wet again?
It's very humid that day.
She's sweating a lot.
You fly around through the humidity and get your hair wet. You wouldn't know that because you were on the ground. But
Right, yeah, okay.
that's flight problems.
It's just a bad movie, Justin. It just really is.
There was quite a bit wrong with it.
It's just poorly made. Like, it's not a good movie. Like, it's not like, oh, it was really good except for some really stupid plot points. Like, it's just poorly made. Like,
Yeah.
It looks bad. It feels bad. The pacing is bad. The continuity is bad. The effects are inconsistent. It's just not a good movie. Like, and I do mean inconsistent because there's a lot of practical effects like puppets and costumes and stuff that look great and awesome. And then there's a lot of really stupid shit in this movie that looks terrible. So, yeah, just not a good movie.
And then, yeah, as you were saying before, like, side characters, mostly pretty boring. All the villains, boring.
Yeah.
They're just strong enough to not be killed, so she can go all out at like 2 points.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, when she got into that, what was it, the bar scene?
Yeah.
When they got surrounded.
Mm-hmm. And you don't get to see any of it?
Yeah, I was so mad. It was like, oh, okay. I finally get to see how they're... Because, like, I'm very curious at how people are going to try to adapt these high-powered superpowers
Yeah.
to film. What are you going to do in a room full of fodder with, you know, a Kryptonian?
Also,
you're not going to kill
they
people.
showed the bad guy when she first walked in. I thought he was in there. Maybe I saw somebody else that looked like him or something.
I'm going to have to guess it was just somebody that looked like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish he wore his mask more. And I wanted to know what, like, because he pressed the button in his throat. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Can't wait to see.
He's just got an optional stoma.
I was confused by that. Also, David Corn Sweat's Superman really annoys me. And he was in this movie far too much.
He was.
And just wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like, he finds her. Also, fucking question there. Like, how long does it take to get... Because, like, in various Superman versions, it takes different amount of time to
Right.
get to Earth, right? In this version, as far as we can tell, it doesn't take a super long time. Super. They did do that. They're like, she's super annoying. But, like, it takes months, but it's not, like... Because in the very first version, I think, he's a grown adult by the time it lands, because he grows up. They're not doing that. And so... But he is aware of it, and he says, I've been tracking your shuttle for months, or the past couple months. He says something to that effect.
Yeah, I forget how long he said.
From Krypton. I watched it come from Krypton. Bitch, if Krypton still existed, why the fuck did you never go visit?
Yeah, the thing...
No, there is no thing. That's
No.
fucking stupid.
No, I missed him say that it was from Krypton. I recognize that he said that, like, you're like me, you're from Krypton, and that I've been tracking you for a while. That's the part I didn't quite get, is when he, like, found out about her in the sky. Because, like, I guess if, like, you're scanning the skies, and at a certain point you see, like, a pod, and you're like, oh, that's like my pod. Mm-hmm. That must be from Krypton. And then I start tracking it that way. Okay, I can see that. They don't really make it seem that way, but I could see how that could happen. Other than that, it just seems like he knew where at least this part of Krypton was and didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, that is the most logical answer, is that he's known where Krypton is and just never decided to visit, which is fucking insane. Because he's believed his whole life he was alone. And he's like, it's right there, but I don't want to go visit. That's a hassle.
Oh, that was just a part of Krypton at that point.
Yeah, my parents aren't even on that.
They got some shields around there. That's just my uncle.
Yeah, I don't care. Insane. But let's give the writers every benefit of the doubt, and that he didn't know Krypton was still there, and he didn't know where it was.
Yeah.
And so it lands. He clearly recognizes it's from Krypton because whatever, he just does. And he goes, hi, welcome. No. You go, holy fuck, where did you come from? Because I thought Krypton was gone. And a shuttle that takes months, not decades, to get here is here?
Yep. Where
did you come from? Show me how to get there.
You see, but that's why, filling in blanks here for them, of course. Because, that's what they want the audiences to do, of course. It makes it easier.
Right. They want you to not fucking think is what they want you to do.
No, they want you to think. Just not think about how they didn't think of any of this, okay? But, of course, he sees the pod in the sky and goes, oh, that's a Kryptonian pod. She's from Krypton. And he has all that freak out stuff, off screen before she shows up. So by the time he shows up,
he's been running around in circles for 3 months straight.
He practiced the speech like 67 times right before she showed up. That's what they didn't show you off screen. That's going to be in Superman 2. Hi, I'm Clark. I mean, Kal-El. I mean, Superman. David Cornsweet.
Amazing how many plot holes get opened up immediately by just introducing the characters that way. Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. Any of it. It's terrible. It's really bad.
Yeah. It really would have just been better if she just landed, he heard about it, went and found her, and then it was just a little, message or whatever. Kal-El, take care of your cousin.
Or you can go back in time and say, it's the situation where, it takes decades to get here, but there have been versions where it does take decades to get here, but, they don't age during the process. You could go with that.
Yeah.
I think also there was a version, maybe I'm making this up, but she was sent first in, more primitive technology.
And her thing either got off course or malfunctioned.
Yeah.
That's why she aged. Yeah, I've seen that one.
She aged and got there later than he did.
Yep, I've seen that one.
That is the best version to me. I think that's the version you go with. But no, she was sent later so she can have this destructive past where she actually remembers people dying, which I don't hate.
No, I think I think a lot of versions have her at least, because I thought I remember her being older, where a lot of versions have her as at least an adolescence on Krypton before it explodes, being sent away, and then having the thing where her shit malfunctions and she just ends up later because she was it got off course for a while.
Yeah. Yep.
But
no, we had to just try to make something else that the second you think about it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
It's terrible, Justin. Are you still giving it a 5? Because I'm not.
It might work its way down to a 4 or 4.5. We'll see.
It's so...
it just never disappointed me, because outside of hoping it was good for Millie Alcock, I never really had much hope for these films.
I didn't have much either, but I still have eyes, Justin.
That's fair.
And I have a heart. And my heart is breaking.
I do give superhero films less credit, I guess, and that's probably bad for them, but...
Yeah, no. And that's why, when I was going to give it a 5, it was because I was thinking it's a run-of-the-mill superhero movie.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people will go like, oh, it's your average superhero movie? Give it a 6.5, give it a 7. I'm like, no, your average superhero movie is a 5. Most of them are bad. Most superhero movies are bad.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah. Well, okay, you say especially nowadays because we were born in a golden era of superhero movies. Before 2000?
Listen.
Most of them were dog shit.
We had a couple of Supermans. We had we had half of the 90s of Batman.
Not even.
We had the first third of the 90s of Batman.
92 was Batman Returns.
We had the first 2 years of the 90s of Batman. Okay. That's a fifth of a decade.
I've never heard it put that way. Now that you say it like that.
See?
Like,
And then we had a 1996 Batman film.
I graduated college in a fifth of a decade.
See?
I have my associate's degree.
You just gotta doctor it up a bit. Yeah.
Well, no. That takes much more than a fifth of a decade to doctorate. Oh, God. Justin, it's bad. It's really not good.
Oh, gosh. That scene at the beginning where she was,
oh, my God.
she's powerless and she has to fight the big guy.
Yeah, why was she so good at fighting?
Like, I get the...
She double kicked him off the horse like she was fucking Legolas.
It's crazy. I get the maneuverability and the instincts. Like, I'm fine with her dodging shit and such.
I'm not. If you're used to dodging stuff in slow motion, doesn't mean you're used to dodging shit in real time.
Yeah, but like they're always gonna make, the experienced fighter.
She's not an experienced fighter. If you did nothing but fight toddlers all day, and then all of a sudden you have to fight Conor McGregor, you're not gonna be like, no, I'm experienced.
This guy wasn't Conor McGregor. She was good enough to...
Yeah, okay, and they're not toddlers.
She was good
they're
enough.
Ants.
She was good enough to avoid a few swings. She's got the instincts for that. But like, then she starts attacking him, or she takes some hits from him, and it's just like shakes them off.
Bleeding.
Yeah, that was. I thought he was gonna like backhand her through a wall or some shit.
Should have. And what was the humor was mostly terrible. Seth Rogen had a fun little cameo where he had a couple of jokes that worked. Like I said, Lobo had one funny joke.
Yep.
I don't remember it, but it did make me laugh, whatever the fuck he said.
Lobo had some moments. I was less disappointed in him when he started to have a bit of his language inflections, even though it was mostly just bastard.
But there was a moment fairly early on, back-to-back moments, where she gives her this, like, bubble suit that turns her into, like, the Michelin Man.
Oh my god.
And it's, like, supposed to be funny, and they reference it about 5 more times. And it's not funny any of the times, and it's never really that important either.
It was almost funny the first time, but went on way too long, and then they did it a couple of times. And then, my god, why they have to ever bring it up again.
Right, like when they showed it the first time, I went, that's a bad joke. The reason that's there is because it's going to be important in the third act.
Right.
That was my thought. And then they brought it back the next scene, I went, oh no. And then they brought it back a couple scenes later. And then the big culminating moment, the reason they used it, was because it stopped her from impaling herself on the poisoned barb in her cell.
Yeah.
That is the only relevance that suit ever had to the plot. And it could have easily just not have happened.
Yeah, because then that moment was then undercut by bad comedy again.
Right.
Just about the suit, and didn't need any of that.
Yeah. But then...
she immediately took it off, and then just... That was the end of it.
Yeah. But then, immediately following the introduction of the suit, we have the next amazing piece of comedy. Maybe it was right before the suit. It was around the same time as the suit. You have the next amazing bit of comedy, where you cut to this scene of this alien shitting out something. And I audibly went, what the fuck? And you go, it's supposed to be like popcorn or something?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so they're treating it like popcorn. She gets a thing of it, she buys a thing of it, along with like a blue icy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then they take it into the next scene. She pops one in her mouth and goes, oh, that tastes like shit.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's shit.
Yep.
What is the joke? You watch
It's
something,
shit.
you watch something shit something out, you bought it and ate it and then complained that it was shit.
But
you saw the shit being made.
But aliens.
It's shit. You bought shit and then complained that it was shit. And and then you gave it to the other girl, and even after she saw it get shit out, she heard testament that it tasted like shit, she still fucking tried it.
She had to try it for herself.
And didn't like it.
All right, that's how you know, adventurers find things. Shit, you know, don't just take people's words. What are you, not a skeptic?
It's a really bad movie.
You know, maybe we got different taste buds.
You know what else was an odd thing I noticed about this movie? I've never seen a movie with more puking than this. There was like 10 times somebody puked. A very odd amount of puking. So like it starts out she's puking because she's really hungover and drunk. Then she goes and gets drunk and pukes some more. And then they get on the shuttle and there's an alien puking on the shuttle because he's air sick or something. And then somebody else pukes later, and then she gets poisoned and so has to make herself puke. And then she gets kicked in the stomach, so then she pukes. And it's just like, what? Why is there puking every other scene? It was insane.
Well, listen. Some people like feet. Some people like puke. We don't kink shame here on
We do.
The First Thoughts podcast.
We do. we at the bare minimum we point out.
Oh no, we'll acknowledge it. We don't shame publicly here.
Oh, you know what else was the worst part about this movie? I just keep remembering shit. Because I saw a tweet before this, and I was like, they're just being a dick. You know, like, it can't be that bad. But they said, like, I need to watch it again and Shazam that last needle drop moment. Because what the fuck was that song? And the last, like, during the fight scene, when you've got just, like, Supergirl spinning around, and you're just watching the girl, I almost called her the lead girl, but she's just as much as the main character, it feels like a Supergirl is. She's just kind of standing there watching it happen, and it's like some, like, stripped down acoustic version, like, little girl voice singing this, like, pop song.
Fuck, oh my god.
I don't even remember what it is now. I was just like, why the fuck did we do that?
The Middle. It was The Middle by Jimmy Eats World. It was like a super slow down version of The Middle.
It was acoustic.
Yes.
Singer-songwriter girl.
Yeah. Yep.
Top comment. This is the type of music they play on at the mall.
I know. Yep. The Middle. Oh.
Like, if I heard this in a vacuum, I'd say, let me out of this vacuum! And then I would say, this isn't terrible.
No, it is terrible.
I would just question, like, I don't know, like, okay, do your thing, but, like, who's this for? I don't care. But to hear it in the movie, in the scene, the way, like, it's a fight scene.
Yeah. It's so boring, and I forget if it was exactly during the final, like, the mass grouping fight scene.
It is.
Yeah. And it's the worst thing.
Supergirl is just like a blur.
Yeah. And because some of the blurredness was a little much, but that was honestly my favorite fight scene of the movie. Getting to see Supergirl kind of go all out against these villains that can kind of take it. And finally getting to see her attack some fodder, because we had that one scene with the room of people that we didn't get to see any of.
Yeah.
So we finally get some of that, and then that song comes on, and it's so fucking distracting. It's so bad.
It's like, I didn't even have to wait to see if any other needle drops happened, because the second it dropped, I went, oh, the tweet. I remembered the tweet all of a sudden. I was like, yeah, you're right.
Gosh.
This is dog shit. You weren't lying, and I can't defend this.
Some of these cover versions of songs, and it's like,
It just shouldn't happen.
It's clear they have an idea, like they want the song, and then they have an idea of a style that they want to fit the movie, and no matter how much it sounds bad, they're just fixated on it.
Yeah.
This is perfect. Everyone's gonna see my vision. They're gonna love it like I do, or some bullshit like that. I guess it makes sense with how strong and fast like Kryptonians can move, but like so much slow mo in the action scenes too. Right, it's this isn't 300 people.
No, it was about a dozen of them.
Oh gosh.
Maybe 2 dozen.
You're right. You gotta get on there level. At least triple digits before we accept
3.
it.
I'm giving it a 3.
4.5.
You bastard. Thanks for watching, guys, or listening, however you consume it. We do appreciate it. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, give us a review, rate us, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get it. And also don't forget to follow us on Twitter, because we don't post on Twitter, but we do post on TikTok.
Hey? Sometimes.
Sometimes. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.